Hi, everyone. This is Trine from Aarhus University in Denmark. I'll just start sharing my screen. Yeah, I'll just give you a brief introduction to Aarhus University in Denmark. My name is Trine. And for some reason now I'm not able to, it worked just before and I'm not able to switch screen.
Sorry, are you having trouble with, what did you mention?
Yeah, I'm having trouble, switching. Okay, now it works, it seems.
Okay.
Maybe it's just a bit slow. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm Trine. I'm from the international office at Aarhus University, and I'll just take you through a brief introduction to Aarhus and Aarhus University. And this is just to show you where we are. Like Denmark, we are part of Scandinavia and a part of Northern Europe. You can see here we have Aarhus just in the center of Denmark, and then we have also highlighted Copenhagen, which is the capital of Denmark. And today I just Googled Denmark and Canada, and I actually found that we have had a 49-year-old dispute that has just ended here in 2022. We do share a border, like we have Greenland, which is a part of Denmark, and right in the middle we have a very tiny island called Hans Island. And it has been a dispute for 49 years, but it has just ended here in 2022. And Canada and Denmark have sort of decided to share this tiny little island. But if you want to know more about it, you can just Google Hans Island or the Whiskey War, like it's called. But it's a very friendly war, let me say that. And Denmark, we have the capital, which is Copenhagen, and total population of Denmark is 5.8 million people. So compared to Canada, it's a very small country. The spoken language is Danish, and quite a lot of Danish speak English as well. Denmark is known for being very safe and secure and equal. It has been rated as one of the 5 safest countries in the world and one of the 2 happiest countries in the world. We used to be the happiest country in the world, but I'm afraid we just got beaten by Norway. A few facts about Denmark. Well, I just want to show you can get really good coffee in Denmark as well. When I was in Canada, no matter where I went, I could get really good specialty coffee, and you can definitely get that in Denmark as well. But I'm afraid you cannot find any poutine here in Denmark. I have looked, I can assure you. And for a very small country like Denmark, we are actually quite big in many different areas, such as design and engineering, green technologies, pharmaceuticals, pastries, and also like the food scene is quite blooming at the moment. And no matter where you are in Denmark, you'll never be more than 52 kilometers from the ocean. So we are surrounded by water. Danes are very open-minded and value equality and diversity. We have one of the biggest music events in Europe. We are having a very old monarchy, a royal family, and we have a democracy. And we also have the 4 seasons. We have summer, winter, spring, and fall. And for Danish, I'm quite sure that some of you would know Lego, and perhaps you also know Hans Christian Andersen for his fairy tales. And Denmark is also quite known for great crime TV shows and for Danish hygge, for wind energy as well. And the city of Aarhus, it's an old city, but with a young population. It's one of the 3 oldest cities in Denmark, but it is one of the youngest when it's measured by age. And the population is 350,000 people. It's the 2nd biggest city in Denmark, with Copenhagen being the capital. In Aarhus, it's also very focused on green energy, green environment. Aarhus has been ranked one of the top 3 most sustainable cities in the world. And also at the university, we have a green guide to help both students and staff to make sure we have a more greener environment and sustainability at the campus also. And for reasons to choose Aarhus and Denmark, Aarhus is, some say it's one of the smallest big cities in the world. It feels like it has this big city feeling, but it's of course just in a smaller scale. But it is a hub of art and music, and we have a lot of museums. We are surrounded by nature, and also if you're more into urban living, then you can find that as well. And it has been, Aarhus has been voted best student city in Denmark for 3 years in a row. And we are both in Aarhus and the campus, which is right next to the city center of Aarhus. We are surrounded by beaches and the harborfront, forest, and a lot of green spaces. And communication is not a problem. You will always be able to speak English with the citizens. And it is known to be very safe and friendly, open-minded. It's very easy to get around. You don't need a car. You can just go by foot, or like the majority of the Danes do, you can go by bike, or you can use public transport, which is quite easy as well. And it's very green and fresh air, clean water, and it's very easy to have access to the rest of Europe and Scandinavia. You can go by train, for instance, all the way through Europe. And just a few images from the city of Aarhus with the harborfront. We have the canal going through the center of the city. We have like very old, like several hundred years old buildings, houses, but you will also find very modern architecture, and you will find a lot of spaces to hang out and like study spots. And also a lot of sports and activities, both at the campus, but also in the city center. And of course, when it's cold, it's more like indoors. You go and get your coffee and this Danish hygge, and which is something that the Danes are really into. And for the university, it's a comprehensive public research university. In Danish, it's in Denmark, it's quite, it's relatively young. Though it's almost like 100 years old. We do have around 40,000 students, with around 12% of those being international students. We have 3 campuses, 5 faculties that are within natural sciences, technical sciences, business and social sciences, arts, and health. It is a highly ranked university. It's research-based, and it's very analytical, theoretical, and also students are encouraged to be have critical thinking. We do have a high number of courses taught in English. We have plenty of summer university courses in July and August. And with the summer program, you will get like a practical guide, arrival, visa service, housing service, social program, etc. And as well with the semester exchange, we have introduction program, a body program that will help you get settled in. And again, also visa service and housing service and a social program. And we do find that we have highly satisfied international students. And throughout the university and in the city as well, you will find a very relaxed atmosphere. Also, our campus has been voted one of the top 10 most beautiful campuses in Europe. And for campus life, In Denmark, when you are at a campus, it's not like it's a city within a city like you will find in some countries. I'm not quite sure how you have it in at your university, but here you won't find any campus police, you won't find any campus bike shop, fire department, etc. It's campus is public, and it's more like it's an integrated part of the city. You will see people sunbathing during summer. You will see children playing in the park, people feeding the ducks and going ice skating on the lake, etc. So it's very integrated part of the city. And the main campus is just a 5-minute walk from the city center of Aarhus. And just a few images, some nice study spots at the university. And as you can see, it's very green, and you can see just there in the distance, you can see the harborfront forests, and we have some nice auditoriums and laboratories as well. And we have around 1,100 inbound exchange students per year, and we have an introduction program and a body program. All this to help you get started with your studies and help you get settled in, both with practicalities. If you need any guidance, there are student counselors and international coordinators available for you all through your stay here. There will also be a lot of social activities. We have a students' house taking care of social activities and international nights. You will find a lot of Friday bars and different kinds of sports and clubs. And it's very easy to have public transportation to the campus. Like some students will stay on campus, but some students will stay in the city. But no matter where you are, it will be very easy to get here by public transportation, or you can go by bike. Learning at Aarhus University, it's a research-based teaching, so it will be taught by active researchers. It's a Scandinavian teaching style, meaning it's a very informal learning environment. When you address your teacher, you will just go by first name. We don't say sir or ma'am, or we don't call by surname. The learning experience is based on dialogue, and when students are in class, it's very normal that students are actively taking part of discussions, and we have a lot of interactions between professors and students. And for the format, it will be a mix between lectures and small seminars, lab work, study groups and projects, both with fellow students or also on your studies on your own. And the exams will be both oral and written assignments, and also we have sit-down exams. There's a long list of courses that are offered in English. You can look into that if you have an interest to know more. And just to briefly mention this short-term program we have, the AU Summer University. It will run through 2 terms in July and in August. There is 100+ courses offered within all academic disciplines, and of course taught in English. And there will also be a housing service and a social program connected with the Summer University. And for housing, if you are here as a semester exchange, you basically have these options, like 3 options. You can apply for housing through Aarhus University, which will be through the office that I'm in, the International Office. We have a housing department. Or you can apply through housing with the Student Housing Aarhus, or you can find housing at the private market on your own. And just to mention the living costs, this is just an example. This is like if you have expenses for instance, for sports or gym membership, books and study supplies. Also, if you are to go by local transport, phone and internet, renting, just an average renting, food and utilities, and of course then we have healthcare, but healthcare is for free when you are here as an international student. So it's approximately a total of 1,288 Canadian dollars per month for the entire budget. Yeah, and I have plenty more to show about the Danish welfare, the Danes, etc. But I think we should leave room if there are any questions. If you would like to know more about courses, etc., you can find either our exchange webpage. You're also welcome to write to the international office where I am at, or you're also very welcome to write me directly if you would prefer. If you would like to know more about Aarhus, about Denmark, or about the university, you're most welcome to write to me as well. And you can also follow us on Instagram. And I think I would just like to ask if there are any questions. I'm just have stopped to share.
Yes, thank you so much, Trine, for this wonderful presentation. That was lovely. And if anyone has any questions, please feel free to start them now, or you can ask us your questions afterward as well. So if you have anything to ask right now, please go ahead.
And like mentioned, you're also most welcome to write me if you have any further questions. And Rita, I can send you, I'm not sure if you're going to send out the slides, but I can send you presentation if you would like.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. We'll send it to all three of the participants and anyone else who would like to learn about Aarhus but couldn't attend the session today. Yeah.
Then I will send my presentation to Rita, and you can see there's a video about Aarhus University. We have one of our students telling about her experience at Aarhus University. There are more information about the Danish welfare, where we have, we're quite known for the Danish welfare system. We're quite known for the Scandinavian work-life balance. There's some more information about that. And then you're most welcome to write me if you have any further questions.
For sure. Thank you, Trine. I actually also had a question about, you mentioned that your campus is pretty much integrated within the city itself. Mm-hmm. How would that work for residences? I believe you have off-campus housing as well as other types of supports for students if they would like to live close to the campus. Yeah, when it doesn't matter, like if you apply for housing through our office or if you go in the private market, you can. Some will stay on campus, but some will also stay like in a private apartment, for instance, even though it's rented through Aarhus University, through our international center. So it's quite normal to have housing that are part of the city. But still, if you are renting through the international office, you will be a part of a lot of other student exchange students and a lot of Danish students, Aarhus University students. So you will still be in the environment with other Aarhus University students and other exchange students, but you're just living like off campus. So it's more like it's an integrated part. It's not like a closed campus area, but you will still be sort of in the student environment and in the international exchange environment, even though if you are off campus. Thank you so much, Trine, for joining us.
Yeah,
I will share the presentation with all of our students as well as any other materials that you have to offer us. Once again, thank you so much, Trine.
Yeah, you're welcome.